guys, and welcome back to my channel to a brand new video. And today's video is going to be answering your assumptions about me. So I am so nervous to do this video because I did this video in the past when I didn't have such a big following, when it was that huge trend thing for everyone to do this video, and I had quite mixed responses, but I didn't get as many responses as I have this time around. So I'm really nervous to see what you guys assume about me. So I decided to do this video before I make a video about the real me, basically, where I'm gonna like disclose lots of information about me and get you guys to know me better, because I feel like you know a lot about my recovery journey and you know a lot about me, like my eating disorder and things, but I don't feel like you know me as a person, and I would love for you guys to know me better, because obviously although I'm a recovery account, I don't always just want to be a recovery account forever. I want to kind of branch off and show you more of my life and be more like a vlogger kind of thing, as well as lots of like recovery videos and things as well. I'll always keep this going because my career, I'm going to become a recovery coach. I'll always keep this kind of thing going, but I also like to do more on the side as well and get it like daily vlogging and things like that. But let's go ahead and look at your assumptions and let's hope for the best, because I'm really nervous to ask and have a look at what you guys think about me, basically. So the first couple of assumptions, I'm gonna read them out in like 4 kind of things. So fighting, not losing, it said, you are currently single and happy, you're focusing on your health. So that's correct, I am currently single, and I also am kind of happy. I'm not too happy about being single because I'm kind of getting to that point now where I'm kind of like, am I gonna meet someone, and it's like, am I going to meet the right person for me, or are they going to understand me? Like, how am I going to explain all of this to them? How am I going to explain that I have like a recovery Instagram? There's lots of different things that I feel like come with relationships, but right now currently I am happy just focusing on my health, and I'm really happy just, you know, getting on with things. So I guess you're right, kind of. Not so linear to the journey, but you disagree with our current education system. Yes and no. I feel like the education system should be an option. I feel like you shouldn't have to stay in education until you're 18. I feel like when you get to 16, then you should feel like you should be able to just make your decisions for yourself rather than having to stay on to 18. Then I feel like, you know, it shouldn't be like a forced thing. Like it used to be, you used to be able to leave at 16, but now you have to stay on to 18 to go to college or whatever, unless like there's a reason why not. So like, obviously like my mental health issues and stuff like that, like I had to leave. But I don't always agree with it, and I feel like there is so much pressure on children and so much pressure on teenagers and stuff like that, and already with mental health on the rise. I just feel like there is just far too much pressure on like qualifications and grades, and I just feel like, you know, kids should be kids. Like, why should we be such pressured into doing it? Like, I completely get that, like, you know, grades and stuff are important, but they're not everything in life, and we shouldn't put so much pressure on ourselves. Especially, I know that a lot of people with eating disorders, they are generally like straight A students, and they are really high achievers, and they put lots of pressure on themselves, and we shouldn't be so wrapped up in grades and things and being a perfectionist and sort of things. So, you know, grades aren't everything, and I don't feel like we should put pressure on people. Keep going and keep going and keep growing, that's a great name, said you want recovery to happen. I think they mean like full recovery to happen. Yes, of course I do. Recovery Georgia said if you would have a Sunday roast every day. Literally, I love Sunday roast currently. I'm obsessed with them. I usually have like Yorkshire puddings like all the time. It's just like a snack nearly every single day because I just love them so much. But yes, I'm currently obsessed with Sunday roasts, and I probably would. You're enjoying the recovery process. So this was something I was really hard to admit about, because I feel like a lot of people like make you out to be like, you know, fake and stuff if you enjoy recovery and if you enjoy food and things. Well, my ED kind of convinced me that you shouldn't enjoy this process, you shouldn't be enjoying food, you know what I mean? But you know what, like, recovery doesn't have to be as painful as everyone makes it out to be. Like, sure, the bloating and all that jazz, but you just get on with it. Like, you just have to kind of deal with it and like kind of enjoy it. Like, who wouldn't enjoy sitting watching Netflix and eating a ton of food and eating entire cakes? Like, you know, like, I feel like we shouldn't have to make it this such a scary and painful process. Like, it can be enjoyable and you are allowed to enjoy it. You don't like cream. I don't really like cream, no. I've never really, I like ice cream, but I don't like cream. Like, I wouldn't put like cream in cake. Like, you know, when people have like the whipped cream and then cake and things like that, like, I'm not a big fan of that whatsoever. Someone put, you are really well supported by your family. Love you, you've helped me so much. Thank you. I love you too. I am really supported by my family. Like, I wouldn't be where I am without my family. I'd probably be still stuck in like an inpatient somewhere if it wasn't for my family. They have helped me, they have supported me, they've always pushed me, and they have always said to me, you know, like, you can do this, like, we believe in you and you can do this. And I have never felt judged by my mum when I'm eating. Even when I've sat and I've ate like 12 plates of fruit in front of her, I've never felt judged by her. She's always been my rock. I've spent pretty much every day with her for the past like 4 years. I've never really missed a day without seeing her because she just means so much to me. My dad as well, he is so supportive. He works a lot though, so it's kind of difficult like to see him all the time, but when I do, he's equally supportive, and they both just support me and love me, and I'm I'm grateful for that, because I know not everyone is fortunate enough to have such a strong support system, and not everyone fortunate enough to have parents, actually. Healing Chloe said, you're extremely strong. I wouldn't say I'm a strong person, but I would say that I push through kind of a lot, and I just try and get on with things. When I struggle with a lot of things, I just try and get on with it. Like, you get to a point where you don't care enough, and you realize that life is far too short, and I feel like you just do it. Like, you just get on with it. So I don't know, but I guess, you know, recovery, it does take strength and it does take courage, because you're doing something that you wired to yourself is completely wrong. And so yeah, I kind of do, guys. I just feel weird saying that. Healing Chloe put, you're very caring. Thank you. I do try and care about as many people, and I guess that can be a positive and also a flaw, because sometimes I put people before myself when it should be I should be putting myself before other people, but it's just a general thing I've always did, and I think that's off my mum as well. And my mum's always been the type of person who puts people before herself, and you know, sometimes it's a good thing. Sometimes we get stuff in return, like we like that feeling of helping people, but also sometimes we can get walked over. Like, there's lots of different positives and negatives to being a person that cares a lot. You want to recover so badly. I really do. I think you would want kids. Yes, I would love a family. It's one of my main BBB codes, which is boobs, babies and bums. So obviously babies are in there because I would love to have children. But currently I don't have my period back, and it's something that I'm working on. It's definitely one of my main motivations for recovery. I think you love chocolate. I have such a big chocolate tooth. Like, I rarely ever get sick of chocolate. Like, I can eat it so much. Like, I used to not be like this before eating. Like, I used to get sick of like a bar of chocolate, but now I could literally sit and eat it all day. And to be honest, I do. Fight in my head put, you are not as strong as you pretend to be. You know, like, I don't feel like I try and act strong. Like, if I come across as I'm acting like I'm trying to be strong, I just try and keep it together, really. I honestly, I try and keep it real. I try and keep it honest. But the fact is that when I am struggling, I have other people around me to support me. I don't feel like I need to go on Instagram and post all my bag thoughts or give my thoughts fuel, because as instantly as you start listening to them thoughts, and as instantly as you start pointing out them thoughts, you start to give it attention, and anything you give attention grows. So I try to not, give attention to my negative thoughts. Your eating disorder kept you from going to school. It really did. My eating disorder was such a huge trigger for me, and I just couldn't do it. It was really, really hard for me to, you know, go to school, and if I went back into education now, I'd probably still relapse. Scarlett Kimberly said, you feel like you have to make your hair perfect. I love your hair. It looks like a ballet bun. Thank you. I don't try to make it look perfect. It just stresses me out when it looks really, really messy. Like, I have a lot of clips in my hair and stuff, and especially because I feel like my hair is something I've took pride of, especially when you've been to a point where you've lost a lot of hair, and it's scary. Like, you literally stand in the shower and you brush out your hair or whatever, and like a clumps of hair comes out. When I was struggling with my eating disorder, when it starts to grow back, you really look after it, and you know, you wash it a lot, you look after it, you brush it a lot, and you know, you become really grateful, I guess, for having such, like, you know, thick hair and stuff again. But that only comes if you eat, and like, I honestly, it's just so scary losing your hair. It's really, really scary. OCD Diary put, you want to work with people with mental health. Yes, I do. I want to become a recovery coach. I didn't think I'd actually want to do that, but now I really, really do. You prefer sweet to savory. I do, however, I really like the balance, so I usually have some sweet things and I go to savory and I go back to sweet. But I definitely probably choose sweet over savory. You don't like porridge. I don't. I've only liked one brand of porridge in my entire life. I get really weirded out by the texture, and I just find it really boring and bland, so I never really have it. Even with toppings and things, it's just not my cup of tea. And at Recovery put, you're someone who will never lie, and you rely on trust in a relationship. Oh, well, that's like really cute. But obviously with my eating disorder in the past and things, I have lied, but I really hate liars. I really, really hate liars. And I do depend on a lot of trust. Like, I'd rather have someone say their honest opinion to my face rather than go behind my back and say something. And I'm also the kind of person that would go to someone's face and be like, listen, I don't like you, can we cut contact, rather than talking to someone behind their back. I like to be straightforward, I like to be blunt, and I like to share my opinion. And if people don't like that, then I'm kind of like tough, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to bite my tongue for anyone, and I'm not going to, you know, shut my mouth or whatever just because like someone says to. And I do rely on trust in a relationship, and it would really hurt me if I found out someone was lying to me and if someone was, you know, being kind of sneaky. And I absolutely hate eating disorder lies. I know people who has lied to me in the past. It's even worse when you've had an eating disorder and, you know, found well, like, you know, all the sneaky tricks and stuff like that eating disorders do. And when you have someone in there are bluntly lying to you, and you can just tell that they're lying to you, even though it's not really them because it's more the eating disorder making them lie. It's kind of like, one of my favorite saying that my dad always says is, don't bullshit a bullshitter. And I just honestly, I think that is so true, because of the fact that it's just like, I just hate it. Like, it's just so frustrating, because you just wake up, stop fooling yourself, stop lying to yourself, and stop lying to me or thinking that you can get away with it, because you're not. Most of your hobbies are related to food. I'm sorry if this seems rude. No, not rude at all. Honestly, I think it's kind of true. I mean, my social media revolves around food. My baking revolves around food. Like, I do a lot of hobbies revolve around food. And that's mainly because my life has been consumed around food for like 4 to 5 years. So it's kind of hard not to. I do have other hobbies though. Like, I do like, you know, playing games and things, and like writing and everything, so I do have other hobbies. I'm not going to read out specific names because I'm just going to try and get through them, but you can see on the screen the different people that are asking me things. So yeah, let me go through. You are nice and my biggest motivator. Thank you. You wish people would remember that you are still in recovery too. Definitely. I get really hurtful DMs sometimes, and I feel like a lot of people just think I'm recovered because people think that, oh, she can eat all this food, she's definitely recovered. And that's definitely not the case. I'm still only human as well, and I think people really need to remember that. You have always really liked sweets. I always have. I have always been that person that has just loved food and loved sweets. You used to be really bad at makeup, but you have always liked it. I used to be terrible at makeup. I couldn't do it for the life of me. Even if you look back at my old videos, actually, you can see that I wasn't the best at it. I used to actually get really hurtful comments calling me a clown and everything because my makeup would be so bad, but I think I've improved at it. You crave more sweet things than savoury, definitely, because I guess I restrict a lot of sweet things during my eating disorder, so I'm gonna do it. Your legs don't rub on each other. They do. They definitely do, especially most since now my thigh gaps clothing. They definitely do. I used to struggle with that whole beach scenario situation where when you're on the sand and the sand gets stuck and your thighs start rubbing and you get that like that rash kind of feeling. You have to put soda cream on the middle of them. I've had that. My natural body is quite petite and quite I guess you could say curvy, so like I still need to get to that point, and I'm still trying to get to that point again, but I can definitely start to now see, like, you know, my body definitely changing, which is scary, but I'm kind of also excited for it because it's been a while. You are an amazing and beautiful girl who has a heart of gold and deserves the world. That's so cute, thank you. Doing makeup is one of your favorite hobbies. I do really like doing makeup, especially eyeshadow. I have like a really natural sort of eyeshadow on today, so I'm not really like going all out, but when I do have the time to, I definitely love to go all out on eyeshadow. You love going to the cinema. I do, because I mean, you get to have snacks and popcorn and watch a movie and just sit down. I think that sounds like the perfect combo to me. Plus Tango ice blasts are like amazing. You take long showers. You know what, actually I don't. Alex in Recovery said that. I don't. I really hate taking long showers because it's something I've actually struggled with. It sounds stupid. I used to really struggle at, like, you know, being with my body and things, and I still kind of sometimes do, and I kind of like jump in, you know, do what I need to do, wash my hair and stuff, and then I kind of jump out. And also I get kind of cold, so like I'm like, quickly, you know, PJs on. You still have mental hunger. I still do, but actually recently today it's been really like dead, so I don't know if that's a sign that it's starting to go away. You're naturally small and short. I am. You are the sweetest and most genuine person. Oh, thank you to Nourish Caitlin. That's so cute. You have social anxiety related to the ED. I do. I hate going out. I just can't stand it. I can't even go on the bus without feeling anxiety. I feel like everyone's like judging me, or like if I'm standing in a queue and I have stuff on like the shopping conveyor belt thing, I feel like people are going to judge what I'm buying. I don't know. I feel like people judge me for wearing heels. I overthink everything. You have a sister. I have 3 sisters, in fact. I have Leanne, Louise, and Jasmine, and they're all older than me. You don't go to school at the moment. I don't. You're tired of seeing recovery accounts that are promoting diet culture and eating so little. I am. So I saw someone the other day promote, like, I'm just gonna say actually because I don't care if people realize who it is, but they was basically promoting these like little fit cake things that are like really low in like only XX amount of calories. I'm not gonna mention calories because I don't want people researching them and trying to buy them and stuff like that, you know. Just don't do it. You don't need them. And it was just really stupid, and they were promoting them, and like personally, when I get a product through, like a brand that wants to, you know, for me to promote them, whatever, and they're like a sugar-free product, or I don't agree with the product, then I will literally just be like, you know, no, like, you know, stick your product where the sun don't shine. But like literally I don't promote diet products on my page because I don't agree with them, and my audience is quite fragile, and if you're an influencer and this influencer has got a huge amount of following, people see this, and since they're not even recovered yet fully, I just feel like it's so wrong to do stuff like that. All in Recovery said you live with your parents. I do. I live with my mum, my dad, and my sister, but my sister is moving out pretty soon, so I guess it'll just be my mum and my dad, and my dog, of course. You're a very sincere person. Thank you. Sophia put, when you're 100% recovered, you would like to travel a lot. I definitely do. You are naturally skinny. I don't like I guess so. Like, I feel like my body is my body. I wouldn't call it skinny and I wouldn't call it big. I'd just call it my body. You are more creative than academic. My teachers and things said I was really like really good in school and things. I guess I was kind of, you know, academic as well, but like I am quite a creative person. I do like to use my imagination. I always have. You're more of a cat person than a dog person. I don't know. I feel like cats kind of scare me because of how like sinister they look and how like evil they look, but then like dogs are like just really cute and like kind of look a bit dumb and stuff when they're like banging their heads off like doors by mistake and things. So I don't know, I feel like I would have a cat, but I also really like dogs. I do like dogs. Rose asked me that. Tegan's journey put, you still have days where you struggle but you continue to fight. I do, like, you know, it depends on what day it is. It depends on how I'm feeling. You are a really fast learner and you are book smart. I wouldn't say, you know, I would say I'm a fast learner because I've heard my teachers say that in the past, but I wouldn't say I'm like extremely book smart because I'm terrible with maths. But I'm quite good at English, but I'm terrible with maths. I don't even think I know my like 8 times table. You have lots of supportive friends. You are so sweet in your videos. I do have lots of supportive friends. Shout out to you, Belle, Mel. Oh my god, that right. Belle, Mel, Laura, Lucy, Maria, all that jazz. Everyone out there who has supported me along this journey. Shout out to you. You prefer homeschooling to public school? Definitely. I definitely did when I did that little short-term thing when I did it. You still have guilt thoughts occasionally. I do, but they've got so much better. You care too much about the ones you love and you would do anything to make them happy. Literally anything. You already finished school. Yes. You aren't afraid of not eating intuitively anymore like you did before you eat it. I just like, honestly, that is so true. I don't count calories anymore and I just like to eat whatever I like to eat. As long as it makes me happy and as long as it satisfies me, I want to eat it. You believe all in is really going to be what pulls you through to full recovery. Yep, definitely. You struggle much more than you show on Insta, which is okay. I kind of guess, yeah, sometimes I do. You don't finish your buffets, which is again is okay. I used to finish it literally all, and most recently though, like there is some like things left over, but like I just eat them as snacks like later on. So I guess I do finish my buffets. Before mental illnesses, you were in the popular crowd in school. Definitely not. Like I literally was, I just kept to myself and I was just like, just me. You're a good singer. Am I? I do sing in the shower, but I feel a bit like weird saying if I was a good singer or not. You were stopping with recovery videos when you recovered. No, because it's my career and I probably will continue to make some recovery videos. I like to give people hope and I want to prove that 100% recovery is a thing. You prefer vanilla over chocolate, definitely. You have a naturally smaller frame / set point, I'm guessing. You've never tried or don't like Spanish cuisine. I have tried Spanish cuisine and I didn't like it at all. You're determined. I am very determined. You want to have a love life this year. Super random, I know. Maybe. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll get to meet him. Maybe you will. You won't. You want to be recovery coach so you can focus on ED behaviors with / engaging in them. I don't get what that means. You are shy when you meet new people. You know what? Yeah, I can be, but then when I start talking to them and if I like really like them, especially older people, I get on with people so fast. And yeah, that's all the assumptions. Thank you guys so much for everyone who, you know, did it, sent me one in and like assumed stuff about me. And don't judge a book by its cover because some of them were right, half of them were right actually, but some of them weren't. So that just shows you that like you can't just assume something by just what you see on the internet. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. It's been quite a long one, but I hope you enjoyed it anyways. Thank you guys so much for watching and goodbye.